Lightwork Nikki show. So we are back and at it again, all right? So today's topic is financial wealth, all right? Good wealth is good health. It's all in the same bracket if you ask me, all right? So my last show, I had Lisa Cleveland, and she was a career developer, right? And she was working with UPO. And today we're teaching you guys exactly what you need to do in order to stay afloat in this world, in this industry, and especially when it comes down to your finances. I'm so excited to introduce my guest, Mr. Edward Matthews. And he will be soon enough launching one of the first office from the PHP agency firm, all right? So it's going down. He's about to give you all the juice, let you know a little bit about him so we can kind of get personal and you can see who you're dealing with, all right? So it's your girl, you know me, Lightwork Nikki. You guys can follow me, Lightwork Nikki 18, LIGHTWORKNIKKY 18, and that's the journey page, right? And then you can follow me at Lightwork Desires. That's where you get all the update for all the insights, all the events, all the different venues, and the different people and guests that will be coming on. So I'm so excited, and it's so phenomenal to be sitting here with him today, because DMV is really, really shining in a way that hasn't happened in years. And I'm a part of nothing but legendary people right now. So I'm going to give him the opportunity to introduce who he is and let you guys know exactly where he can be followed.
My Instagram is I_Edward_entrepreneur.
Yeah, he got it together this time.
Yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. When I was a kid, I used to sell candy and chips in elementary school. I went to Largo. I was a part of the entrepreneurship program. They actually trying to put me out of the entrepreneurship program because I was trying to sell candy, chips, cookies, sodas, sold some Popeyes chicken.
Oh my gosh, that's a real entrepreneur.
They gave me the tools that I needed, and once I used them, they didn't know what to do.
It was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
But it was nothing but uphill, not downhill. Uphill.
Can't stop me now. I'm going.
Oh yeah.
I started my first company in high school through the NIFTY program, National Foundation of Teaching Entrepreneurship. And my first company was BIP. It was building, installation, and programming computers. We built computers from scratch. If you were in the marketing field and you needed a computer that pertained to marketing, or if you were a gamer in gaming, you needed a computer pertaining to gaming, we built a computer to your specifications. The next company that I started is the company that I'm currently in now, my security company. I've been doing that for about 10 years, Matthews Protective Services. We are licensed in the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, to provide physical security. And my new venture that I'm on now is PHP, which is people helping people. And that's why we're here today. That's what we're here to talk about.
Okay. He got straight to it. And you guys, for the ones that's on the live and that's chiming in, you'll have the opportunity to actually catch me as well as him and the interviews and just a little update of the journey on my YouTube channel, which is the Lightwork Nikki Show. Lightwork Nikki Show. Keep it basic, keep it simple. Everything that I do, you guys, from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, is all Lightwork Nikki. So it's not too much that you can't get or figure out what's going on to get an update. So we're going to get straight into the questions and just get to know him a little bit first. I like to personalize the conversation, give people the opportunity to see that despite of where these people are in their life and how successful they are, they're still human. We still go through different trials and tribulations, especially when we're building businesses, new businesses, old businesses, especially expanding outside of our norm. So I ask everybody this, despite of how they introduce themselves in the beginning. Exactly who are you?
I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm a father. I'm a husband. And I'm just a real person, So as we get through this interview, you'll get to know a little bit more about me.
Okay. So how was your upbringing?
I am the oldest of my mom's 2 younger sons, and I did have another brother. He wasn't my mom's biological child, but that's still my brother. My pops told us, we're not that half stuff. We brothers.
Right.
So it was 4 of us that lived in a household together. That probably drove my mom crazy.
I know. Oh, man.
Having 4 boys.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. I only got 2. And I can only imagine. I think boys are easier than girls, though. I'll have to say that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Let me give you a heads up. I got 2 boys and a girl.
Yeah, so my pops, he was the kind of dude, he didn't talk a lot. But when he did say something, you kind of listen. And he told me, he said, son, you can go to school and you can get a good education and you can get a job. Or you can go to school, you can get that same education and you can learn to create jobs for other people. And I chose the latter of the two. And that's...
So, and I would like to piggyback off of that as well, too, right? So one thing and this is to kind of piggyback from the last show. So the last show, we had her on the show, and which was with UPO, United Planet Organization, and it's based out of the Southeast area, right? And she's a career developer. So a lot of people, when they go to those different locations, that's what they're thinking about, just career development. They're thinking about regular 9 to 5. So I bring him here just to show you guys that in order to actually get at a state of financial freedom, you have to have an entrepreneur state of mind. It's nothing wrong with starting somewhere. It's nothing wrong with having base foundations in order to get there. But the ultimate goal is to create your own. Because the moment you understand creating your own, is the moment you have the true essence and key to life. We get very stagnant when it comes down to how we survive. And we, and I was listening to you guys' seminar earlier, and we were talking about, George was talking about not having the proper guidance and direction. It's like you get inside of your car, and immediately you go to your GPS, right? I remember verbatim. He said, you go to your GPS. You got to put a destination in order to know where you're going. Well, guess what? That's how we're walking around in life, without any destination in our GPS, okay? And we need to understand that we need to set a destination before we go out here hunting and searching. And ultimately, we need to make our main destinations to be entrepreneurs in some type of shape, form, avenue, something. You feel me? So
I had a professor in high school. His name was Dr. Madukwe.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a very heavy accent. I'm not sure where he was from, but he was from one of the countries in Africa. And every time we come in his class, he said, come on, class, what is the matter with you? You are asleep. You need to wake up. Mm-hmm. And as a kid in high school, you're like, man, what is this dude talking about? Man, we ain't sleep. But as an adult, I look back on that. I graduated 2002, so almost 20 years, 18 years ago, and it's like we were asleep. We were just going to class. We had no vision. We had no direction of what we were doing and what we were trying to accomplish. And he understood that. And he was trying to get us to understand that, hey, we sleep, and we just sleepwalking, and some of us are still doing it now.
Yes, walking zombies, honey.
We don't know what's going on. We just living life. No goals, no dreams, no aspirations. And a lot of times people create their goals and they say, I want to make $100,000 this year. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna make $100,000. But how you gonna do it? What's your avenue? What's your direction to get to that $100,000?
So this goes into my next question, you guys. So what is your goal with this company far as to help others?
Well, my goal is to become a broker, and that's what I'm working towards in the DC office.
Okay, so exactly what do you mean when you say broker? Just to give you guys the insight directly for the ones that's not quite familiar, the way that the financial system goes.
Okay, as an insurance, as an agent or producer, you're working for someone else. As a broker, you're working for yourself independently. And that's what I want to work towards, opening up my own brokerage here in the District of Columbia, DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Okay. And so, what are the necessary license that's needed in order to actually become a broker?
Okay, well, first you got to become an agent in the state of Maryland. You have to take a class. You can do the class online or in person. It's a self-paced class. If you sign up with our agency through us, the class is $19. And you can take it online at your pace.
And tell them how much the actual class is, because this is a hell of a discount, y'all.
I mean, if you rocking with PHP, we're gonna give you that deep discount. The class is normally $200 to get in. So you get in the class, you take the class, you get your license, and the good thing about PHP is we have coaches. So my coach directly to me is Miss Diana, and she's right now making about $250,000 a year in this business, and she's going to teach me how to do the same thing that she's doing. So when I started my security company, I had a learning curve. I didn't have a coach to say, hey, don't do this or don't do that. So when I made a mistake or I did something that I didn't know that I couldn't do, it cost me money.
Right.
So in this field, you have somebody that's going to take your hand and say, hey, this is what you got to do. You got to do A, B, C, D, and E, and this is going to help you get to G.
Right.
So that's the great thing about this agency.
Right. And it's about the proper guidance, though, guys, because you can do whatever you want in life. And a lot of times where people are going wrong, it's like, they have the ambition, they may possibly have the focus, and they may kind of see the direction. These are for the people that do know where they're going and have the destination, but they just don't have the proper guidance, or they're not in the proper vehicles. Companies like this is what you need in order to get the necessary help. Remember we was talking last week, you gotta ask for help, guys. It doesn't hurt to ask for help. Insight is the way to life. A fool knows, smart man knows that he doesn't know anything, and a fool thinks he knows everything. You feel where I'm coming from? So in order to progress and in order to move to the next level, you got to seek help in whatever you're doing. And just prime example, guys, if you want to be a doctor, of course, you have to go to school, go through the basics, align yourself. But even in the midst of aligning yourself, you have to place yourself in these necessary environments in order to get a good job, or in order to land a good firm, or in order to learn get in a good hospital. You got to go to the necessary seminars. You feel me? Even if you want to be a poet, you got to go to these different what you call them, the talent shows, or whatever the case may possibly be. Far as marketing and the insurance industries, you got to go to the conventions and seminars. You know what I'm saying?
You got to learn as much as you can learn.
Exactly.
To better your craft.
And then not only that, it's not what you know, it's who you know sometimes too, because you may not be completely educated. Some people in this industry haven't finished school, haven't finished college, and all of that, and don't have the normal essentials that America puts out here for us to have, but they're eager. You know what I'm saying? And they have enough common sense to place themselves in areas where though they can get opportunities. Seriously, guys, you have to put yourself around the necessary peoples that you need to be around in order to move forward and push forward. Reflection of yourself is the people that you have around you. And I'm so